Alright guys, I'm back, and it's now time for us to take a look at this Vibration Stars Zetsu figure from Naruto Shippuden. So, quick look at the box. Got a cool product shot of Zetsu right here, looking pretty cool. Of course, we know that says Naruto Shippuden. Of course, it's being blocked off by this. Of course, there's the price I picked it up for. Vibration Stars Zetsu. Everything else in here, Bandai. Looking pretty cool. Here's the other side. Got Zetsu, who we've got right here. And I have seen Kisame before, and I do want to pick him up eventually since he's my favorite Akatsuki member. Yeah, so I'll be sure to look out for him. Hopefully I can come across him again. Nice, here's the back. It's got with the warning choking hazard and everything. Here's the other side, another very phenomenal product shot. Vibration Stars right there. Here's the top, Naruto Shippuden again. Vibration Stars, Zetsu. Here's the bottom, some write-up and everything. So let's crack this thing open and see what's inside. Of course, real quick, this is the figure out of the box. As you can see, it comes in separate pieces. So we've got the body right here, the head sculpt right there. And let me see. I'm not sure what this is, probably part of the display stand and the display base right here. So yeah. So anyways, now I'm going to get this assembled, then I'll be back to review it. Alright guys, so here is Zetsu fully assembled. Looking very nice. This figure is actually a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, like these figures usually are, which is pretty cool. So let's take a closer look, shall we? So starting with the head sculpt in here, as you can see, Zetsu's face and head sculpt look just like the way they do in the anime, with that spiky, like, pale greenish hair, and like half of his body right here, half of it is black, half of it is white, as you can see. Pretty cool smile right there, if you know what I mean yet. Of course, the pale green eyes, the pale green eyebrow right there. Looking very nice. Of course, we got this thing around his head. As you can see, this big thing. I forget what this is called. It's been a while since I've watched Naruto, so I forget what this is called. But if you remember what this is called, please let me know. But yeah, this is very well sculpted and everything. Looking very nice. Of course, we got the usual Akatsuki robes with the Akatsuki cloud, all the other red and black. Like how realistic the sculpt work is. Very nice, especially on the sleeves and everything. And the red in there, as you can see, there's no sculpted hands. I think it looks nice. Yeah. The other sleeve right here. Really like the flow of the robes. As you can see, there's the back of it. Looking very nice. Of course, we got this stand right here to help stand the figure up. Looking pretty cool. Of course, we got his like pants, I believe, with some what looks like long socks maybe. I'm not sure if these are socks or not, but looking pretty cool. The like grayish pale bluish, the white, and the grayish pale bluish footwear. And his toes with the like, I guess, crimson nail polish, at least from what it looks like. Looking very nice. Very nice figure overall. So let's have a quick 360 look. As usual, there's always great paint application from Vibration Stars. The sculpt work always looks very realistic, which I really like. And so, yeah, that is Zetsu. And I don't really know of any other figures I have that I could really compare this guy to. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. And, yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the Zetsu figure in the comments down below. And I will see you guys in a bit with the All for One figure.